We have a story that's uncomfortable to talk about.
It involves hate speech and racial intimidation in our schools. 2 Wants to Know's Frank Mick has spent months on this investigation. And Frank, tell us what you found.
Sandra, students we talked to felt tormented day after day. Some of their testimonies sound more like events from the Jim Crow era. A warning, some of the images and language in this story are offensive and not suitable for children.
To Northwest, the N-word was just a word. In the females' bathroom, in one of the stalls, it said whites only. And they posted up around the school and started saying they were going to hang all the niggas from the tree.
We'd like our schools to be free from the world's hate, but some students face it day after day.
No matter how much you talked and complained and fussed about it, nobody ever did anything.
Sisters Kenyatta and Moretta Williams say they were forced to leave Northwest High School to get away from what they describe as persistent racial intimidation. You can see evidence of white supremacy and racism on the walls of Northwest's bathroom.
That's awful. So these are little kids seeing this all day at school.
As president of the Council of PTAs, Tarina Picarello says she hears plenty about racial tension from parents and teachers.
It's in a lot of our schools. And I don't think it would be true at all to say that it only happens in this pocket or that pocket.
Picarello says faculty members often fail to address claims of racism, and the district's diversity officer hopes to change that.
We've not adequately trained our personnel, and Guilford County is no different than any other place probably in this country, to know exactly what should be done. When is one incident more than just a minor infraction or a minor incident, to looking at what happens when the number of these incidents begin to swell.
The district's diversity officer plans to develop a better way for students to report hate speech and discrimination. She'll likely get a lot of responses. Dozens of student complaints came to 2 Wants to Know describing encounters at Northwest High School. Among them, messages of hate saved on school computers, racial slurs, even threats of hangings and cross burnings. Many are filled with hate speech, racially charged jokes, and derogatory comments. Kenyatta wrote her own account of one day in her life at school, a tormenting ride on the school bus.
Also, a girl told my friend that was sitting with me that we were some stupid niggers and we needed to be shot.
It's gotta be hard reading that again, huh?
A little bit.
Why?
It's not fair. We shouldn't be treated like that. It's just like they have a right to ride the bus, so do we.
Pain-stricken students could soon have a place for relief.
It would be interesting during the school day that there's a place where kids feel safe enough to be able to go to an administrator or a person and feel like it doesn't have any what I would call latent ramifications, where they can say, if this happened, what do I do?
Have you ever seen a black person on the Jetsons? No, looks like a Gibson student.
The help comes too late for the Williams sisters. Their pleas for help went nowhere, and they say it's time for the hate to stop.
There is no more asking. Something has to be done.
The Guilford County School District tells us they are working on a process that will make it easier for students to report racism. Currently, the district wants students and parents to report problems to the principal, and if you're not satisfied, you can contact the system's school support office. We have that information on our website, dicktriad.com. Just search keyword school racism. I have to reiterate, the diversity officer says racism is not focused on just one campus. It is indeed a widespread issue. Sandra.
All right. Thank you, Frank. Now, we understand that some of you may have found content in that story offensive. More than a dozen members of our WFMY News 2 staff, varying in age, race, gender, and religion, screened the story and found the content to be relevant. We, too, find the words and images hurtful. We do not endorse racial insensitivity. In this case, a derogatory term was used in context to expose the impact of hate speech. You can read more about the story on digtriad.com. Just look for the 2 Wants to Know investigation on our homepage.